Hello everybody, I'm Courtney Thomas and welcome back to another episode of the Stock Medic. Today we're going to talk about the $715 billion infrastructure bill that the House passed today. And we'll also discuss a few stocks that I bought that I believe could benefit from the infrastructure bill and the infrastructure spending right after the intro. Welcome back to the Stock Medic. I'm Courtney Thomas, and today we're going to discuss three stocks that I added to my long-term portfolio today. I know there's a lot going on in the economy. The economy is reopening. The House just passed the $715 billion infrastructure bill, and we're up against a July 4th weekend, a long weekend. So I'm going to be brief. We're going to break into the stock real quick, and we're going to look at Cleveland-Cliffs first. Infrastructure play, make steel, iron ore. You need iron, you need steel if you're going to build, if you're going to reconstruct, if you're going to make new construction and strengthen. So this bill was passed by the House and the Senate, and the bill is going to go to the president's desk pretty soon. I'm pretty sure he's going to sign it. This bill is going to tackle climate change, so we can look at some of these solar stocks later on as well. It's also going to help with the change out the lead piping that we have in our infrastructure in the country. It's also going to attack transportation as well as clean energy. So, $43 billion of this bill is going to go towards the roads, and that's going to be good. So you can think about your concrete company. U.S. Concrete would come to mind. U.S. Steel would come to mind, the letter X. And then another $168 billion of this would go to wastewater and drinking water improvement. These things are important. So the first stock we're going to look at here is Cleveland-Cliffs. Like I said, I really like Cleveland-Cliffs. It went up today 2.32% in this market. Pretty good. 21.8 million shares. Typically, it's about 30 million shares traded for this company, but it was a slow day today in volume for this company. But I really like, you can see here, there's a nice, well-established trend. And it goes from top to bottom, top to bottom. But what you really see here is that each time it goes up, the top of the trend gets higher. So this stock has been trending up. I've owned this stock for a while. I added more today to my portfolio because I believe Cleveland-Cliffs can be one of those companies that can benefit from the infrastructure bill. In March, the top of this range was about $17.96. In April, the top of this range was $20.87. And in May, the top of this range was $22.90. And in June, the top of this range was $24.77. So every time it goes up, the top of the range gets higher. I'm betting that this thing's going to go higher this time. I think we can get at least $26, maybe $27 out of Cleveland-Cliffs. Really like the chart, really like the support line here. That it's got a very strong support line that goes all the way back to February. It's oversold, trending back up. Add Cleveland-Cliffs to your watch list. I added it to my portfolio. The next stock we're going to talk about is KB Home. They're a home builder. And infrastructure, building homes. Lots of people are buying homes. The housing market's pretty tight right now. Lots of people are going back to work. More people will be able to afford homes. I think the home builders are going to be pretty good. I really like KB Homes because they've already reported earnings and they beat the earnings. So we don't have to worry about upcoming earnings in this one. It's clear sailing. Nice support level here around $40 or so. And you can tell the support goes all the way back to February on KB Homes. It went up 2.75% today, a $1.12 move on 1.8 million shares traded. PE of 9, so this is a value stock, folks. They do pay a dividend. Earnings per share $4.46. I believe it can get into this box right here in the $48 range. So right now it's at $41.84. I think there's a $6, $7 move or even more that we can get from KB Homes. Very strong housing market right now. The stock's oversold. And again, you guys know that's why I like it. It's oversold. We're going to pick it up. The third stock we're going to look at is going to be in the technology area here. And it's Oracle. Oracle, IT, infrastructure, hardware, software. Honeywell as well comes to mind when we're talking about infrastructure and high tech. What I like about Oracle, you can see a clearly defined trend line here. The upper range, just like it was Cleveland Cliff, each time it goes up, the upper range gets higher. In March, the upper range was $73. In April, the upper range was $80. In May, the upper range was about $80, but in June, the upper range was $85. I'm thinking this time the upper range can go to 88 or even 90, maybe even higher. I like Oracle here. PE of 17, earning EPS of 4.57. You can do options in Oracle as well. $2.18 today. Nice move in the market. It's oversold, so I do like Oracle here. These three stocks I believe will go higher, and that's why I added them to my long-term portfolio, and I just wanted to bring this to you guys so you can add it to your list for next week. Thanks again for joining me in another episode of the Stock Medic. I hope things that I said here today brought value to you. Please destroy the like button for me. Also hit the subscribe button and share this video with those you love and care for. Also, the links are below if you want to trade in stocks and crypto. You can join us as well in our private trading group via the Patreon app in our Discord, where we talk about stocks, trading options, trading crypto, and a multitude of other things all day long, every day. Thanks again for joining us.